let's see. Oh, Avatar Mayor Baba Kijay. This is already a fun meeting. I was just saying to folks that St. Francis is such a joyful saint. It's been so much fun to, to research, and oh, his prayers are lovely. And he still, that flavor is carrying over. I think this trip must have been wonderful. So I thought I just assumed there would be a few people trickling in, and that I would start with Father Deer. There's a priest actually in Monterey, California, who every year at the time of they celebrate St. Francis in the church. His feast day is October 4th. He actually passed very late in the evening on October 3rd. This man, Father Deer, has a recorded blessing for the animals that you can call up. I've called him, and he just seems to be a sweet man. And so I will start with showing you his blessing for the animals. So here we go. Let's see. Here's Father Deer. He said he has teamed up with PETA, which is an organization for animals in the U.S. to it's their Christian outreach division. I just love that. And to get Father Deer's blessing for your animals, you call 1-833 Assisi 1. and So I'm going to just read his blessing. This is the PETA website. So his blessing for all animals. Dear Baba, please hear our I was so grateful that Baba loved animals so much. I think it just validated and encouraged all of us to also to love animals. And for all animals, blessed are you, Lord God, maker of all living creatures. On the 5th and 6th days of creation, you called forth fish in the sea, birds in the air, and animals on the land. You inspired St. Francis to call all animals his brothers and sisters. We ask you to bless this animal, meaning your animals, if you brought them, by the power of your love. Enable him or her to live according to your plan. May we always praise you for all your beauty and creation. Blessed are you, Lord our God, in all your creatures. Amen. And then this is one for sick animals. I know a lot of us have elderly pets. For a sick animal, Heavenly Father, you created all things for your glory and made us stewards of this creature. If it is your will, restore him or her to health and strength. Blessed are you, Lord God, and holy is your name forever and ever. Amen. So that is Father Deer. Now, let's see, next on our list. I have a little 3-minute video about the Wolf of Gubbio. This is a famous St. Francis story. And I'll stop share for a minute here. And oh, Mary, I'm so sorry she's not hearing. Mary's there in Hawaii having trouble hooking up to. Okay, so anyway, I will play this video, Bobby, and then we're going to have a song from Bobby Bernstein, an original song written for for this occasion, on this trip. All right, so here goes The Wolf of Gubbio, on the theme of animals. I thought I would just play that.
St. Francis of Assisi was born into a wealthy family in this picturesque Umbrian town. As a youth, he lived a raucous, party-filled life before acting on his romantic dream of becoming a knight. Knighthood, however, did not suit the future saint. After a series of visions, he renounced all worldly possessions, famously rebuilt the local chapel one stone at a time, and worked selflessly for lepers and others in need. Endorsed by Pope Innocent III, he established the Franciscan order dedicated to the commitment of renunciation and a dedication to those in need. He was the first person in recorded history to receive the stigmata, or 5 wounds of Christ, considered by many to be the manifestation of the purest level of Christian faith. Francis is perhaps most popularly known for his love of animals and all creation. In the swan song of his life, he sang his Canticle of the Creatures, in which he reveres all aspects of creation as brothers and sisters, and urges love and forgiveness as the path to true peace and joy. My personal favorite story of the patron saint of animals and environment is that of the taming of the wolf. In this painting, I have employed a time-honored compositional technique known as contre-jour. Contre-jour in French literally means against the day. It is a compositional technique in which the subject matter is dramatically backlit, delivering a mysteriousness to the scene. I have also used the trees to create shafts of light in a more literal representation of the spiritual aspect. While Francis was staying in the town of Gubbio, he learned of a ravenous wolf that was terrorizing the people. After some pets and livestock were killed by the wolf, some villagers resolved to go kill the wolf, only to become the wolf's next victims. Residents became afraid to leave the city walls. Then Francis and a companion went out to meet the town's nemesis against the advice of the villagers. While in the forest, suddenly the wolf, jaws agape, charged them. Francis calmly stood his ground, speaking compassionately to the wolf. "Brother Wolf," said Francis, "I want to make peace between you and the people of Gubbio." St. Francis learned from the wolf that it had been abandoned by its pack. In its desperation for food, it had ventured into danger but really meant no harm. Then Francis spoke again to the wolf, offering reconciliation. "They will harm you no more, and you must no longer harm them. All past crimes are to be forgiven." The wolf agreed. St. Francis returned to Gubbio with the wolf. A stunned crowd watched Francis ask the wolf to make a pledge to do no more harm. In response, the wolf extended its front paw and placed it on the saint's hand. Then St. Francis asked the townspeople to feed the wolf. Transformed by what they saw, they loudly and convincingly agreed. From that day forward, the peace was kept. The wolf lived for 2 years among the townspeople, livestock, and pets, receiving handouts. The wolf hurt no one, and no one hurt it. When the wolf finally died of old age, the people of Gubbio reverently grieved their loss. Illumina il cuore mio, dammi fede retta speranza, certa carità.
Okay. That story of the wolf. And now, Bobby, we will. Are you ready? All right.
Hello, everybody. Great to see everybody. I just wanted to share a very quick story before I start the song, a music story, and that is that after days of having this wonderful camaraderie with everyone, seeing the sacred places of St. Francis, going to these great restaurants, being in this gorgeous town with gorgeous views, everything, I had a couple hours to myself. And I was like, oh, what do I do now? You know, like, where do I go? So used to kind of going along with everybody. And it was so much fun to be with everyone, such camaraderie. But anyway, so I decided to just walk up that long street up to the church on the top of the hill. And I forget the name of the church. I believe it's the one where St. Francis was baptized. But anyway, I walked up, and I didn't realize that the best way to do it was kind of like kind of in and out of other streets. I went straight up the hill, and I huffed and puffed at the end, and I went in. I decided I better sit in a pew and just let my racing heart just calm down. So I was, all of a sudden, the most beautiful music came from the front of the church, and I
That
sat,
was San Rufino, Bobby. That
you
where Saint Francis and Saint Santa Clara were baptized. Santa Chiara.
know, yes, thank you. Yeah. So I was, I was sitting there and enraptured by this music. So I went up to see, well, where was it coming from? It was kind of from the side and the front, but it was to the side. It was a harpist and a violinist were playing. So anyway, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it till the end, and they'd play one song after another and stop. They wouldn't go through the whole song. And so I said, I wonder what that was. So anyway, I went over, when I was leaving, I went over to the bulletin board, and it said, what after, I could tell it said afternoon wedding. And I walked outside, and there were, people all dressed up, looked like they were going to a wedding. So I just felt that was such a lovely gift from Baba to have, and the acoustics in these churches is amazing. So anyway, that was just a wonderful moment for me, of many, many, many wonderful moments on this excursion. Anyway, about 3 or 4 weeks after I got home, I started working on this song, and I knew it was inspired by my trip. And the first line was "In the footsteps of San Francis," but it was just all melody and chords. It didn't have any words to it. So I've been working on it and working on it and working on it, and kind of unveiling itself to me. And then in the last maybe 2 weeks, some lyrics have come to me. So please bear with me, because this is not exact. I didn't write it exactly in my singing key. So, but anyway, I'll start off. This is called "In the Footsteps of St. Francis." In the footsteps of St. Francis, that's where I want to go. Take me with you, Mayhair, up and down the hills, so my love for you can truly bloom and grow. In the footsteps of St. Francis, that's where I want to go. Take me along, Mayhair, to find that sacred cave, so my faith in you can truly bloom and grow. In the footsteps of St. Francis, that's where I want to go. Take me so close, Mayhair, communing with the birds, so my joy with you can truly bloom and grow. Baba.
Wow, that
Thank you, Bobby. Beautiful.
oopsie.
I
Thank,
Very
Thank you
beautiful.
so much.
Yeah.
oh, isn't that wonderful? Well, inspired right there. Yeah.
Oh, I want to say my travel buddy, Ann Ross sends her love.
Jai Baba.
There's a festival, Italian Italian. Wait a minute, I should be there too. Italian and Irish festival and bag. She can't resist bagpipes. They always have bagpipes, so she went to the festival. But anyway.
So I wanted to tell you at this point that there's no linear, the photos are from different times. There's no order here. I think if you're inspired to share something, just raise your hand. And especially those, I know Armel has to leave early. If something comes to mind, please just raise your hand and and in the meantime, I will just show some photos from let's see. So that would be Sally.
Jai Baba, Jai Meher Baba, everyone. But before I go, Armel, I thought you said you had another Zoom meeting, so would you like to go first?
No, I'm happy to just share with you whatever you have. I mean, I don't have any particular story that I want to relate. I'm just happy to reconnect with you all. It's just so wonderful to see you.
Okay, Jai Baba. So, as Betty asked me, I'm going to share all the things we did during that 1 week of May in Assisi. And for me personally, that was one of the most beautiful weeks of my life. And I thank Baba dearly for giving me this opportunity to visit Assisi and spend time with all my fellow Baba lovers and visit all these beautiful basilicas and churches and all these lovely places. So, May 13th, we started, left Newark, and arrived in Assisi in Rome, Italy on May 14th at the Leonardo da Vinci Fiumicino Airport. And Robert, our van driver, was there to pick us up. And Jean and Phil Ludwig arrived around the same time, and we were all together driven in the same van to our hotel, Da Angelo in Assisi. Beautiful hotel overseeing the valleys full of olive trees. Very, very beautiful setting. Just like it felt like we were in like a fairy tale, fairyland. Beautiful. So this De Angelo Hotel, we stayed there for 6 nights. Some people stayed beyond, and it was really very nice, and the staff was extremely courteous. David Raffo was our tour guide. He was the one who organized our whole trip along with Jean and Phil Ludwig. And I have to say this, it was so meticulously planned every single day, what we were doing, where we were having lunch and dinner. Perfect, perfect. That no flaws anywhere. Everything was so beautifully taken care of. Thanks to David and Jean and Phil for that. So that evening, May 14th, when everybody arrived and we were all settling in, that evening was a meet and greet event. Like we all had dinner together, met everybody, all the people who were on in that group. People came from France, from India, from Germany. So we had a big group there. So we all had dinner together. That was very beautiful. And the second day, May 15th, Monday, was our first day of our touring of Assisi. So we all had breakfast and we gathered in front of the hotel. Our vans were ready to take us out. So the first thing we went to was the Piazza del Comune. It is the town center of Assisi. It is that circular point. It's like a beautiful town center, and there's so many streets leading to different points from that town center, so people could go to any direction they wanted to. And Assisi is not a very big town. You can just walk around and cover everything. It's very easy. So that was our starting point, and David Raffo was our guide. So we started our walking tour with him, and the first thing we saw was the birthplace of Saint Francis. We went inside, and David showed us where he was born. Saint Francis was born, and the place where he lived when he was a little boy. And secondly, we saw the Temple of Minerva, which was built in the first century, and it currently houses a church, Santa Maria sopra Minerva. So I'm going to share my screen and show you that pictures of that church. I have a few pictures here, so bear with me. I believe it is. Maybe not in these pictures. Maybe it's hidden over here. 1 second. Let me. Is it this one? Yeah, this is the Temple of Minerva. This is like a shot taken during the night. As you can see, those columns from that time. This was built in the first century BC, and still very in good condition.
Sally, you have to share the whole screen, not just the thing. I mean, unless you share it, we're not seeing any pictures. I mean, we see a bunch of pictures, but not the one that you're showing at this moment.
Okay, 1 second. Here we are. How about now?
Beautiful. Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So this is the Temple of Minerva, so which we saw on the first day. And then after that, we went to see the Basilica of Saint Clare, Santa Chiara. She was known as Clare of Assisi, and she was an Italian saint and one of the first followers of Saint Francis. So this is, let me show you her. Okay, this is. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at this, but I'm just trying here. I'm not sure if I have a picture of St. Clare's Church here, but I let me see if I have it in this group. No, I don't. But we went there. We went to the Basilica of Saint Clare, and she was born on 16 July 1194 and died on 11th August 1253 at the age of 59. So she was inspired by the teachings of Saint Francis, and she founded the Order of the Poor Ladies, a monastic religious order for women in the Franciscan tradition. So inside the Basilica of Santa Chiara was a museum where they housed all the garments and robes they wore during that time. After that, we walked over to the Basilica of Saint Francis, and there we just took a quick tour of the entire basilica, and just skimmed through the whole the basilica. We didn't do a detailed tour of the entire basilica, just walked around, because it has two floors, the upper basilica and the lower basilica, as well as the basement where St. Francis's tomb is. So saw that, And then we also visited the tomb of Carlos Atticus. So this boy, he was born on 3rd May 1991 and died on 12th October 2006. He was an English-born Italian Catholic youth, and he was a website designer who is best known for documenting Eucharist miracles, and was approved the approved Marion apparitions around the world, cataloging miracles, and he was known for cataloging them into a website which he created before his death from leukemia. So that was one of the other things David showed us on that walking tour. And he told us where everything was, so later on when we had more time we could go back and spend more time at each of these places. So it was very nice of him to show us where everything was. It was so easy for us to go on our own later when we had time during that week. So that was day one. And then we walked around the streets of Assisi a little longer. And then evening dinner we had at a beautiful restaurant called La Rocca. Second day was May 16th, Tuesday. That was the day we went and again went to the Basilica of Santa Chiara, St. Clare. And like I mentioned before, we inside was the museum, and again we did a detailed tour of that basilica and saw everything that was there. After that, we went to San Damiano. The San Damiano crucifix is a visual essay on the spiritual life and tool of conversion. It was one of the primary instruments which God used to cement in St. Francis of Assisi a firmer change of heart. The rich symbolism of the crucifix speaks to anyone who gazes upon it in faith, but most especially to penitents. All Franciscans cherish this cross as the symbol of their mission from God to commit their lives and resources to renew and rebuild the church through the power of Christ. So that's the message that San Damiano gives. That afternoon, we drove to the Basilica of St. Mary of the Angels in Lower Assisi. And it was here that the young Francis of Assisi understood his vocation and renounced the world in order to live in poverty among the poor, and thus started the Franciscan movement. So here is a picture of that church. Let me show you. This is that church. Can you see it?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. This is that big church of St. Mary. And then after that, that was what we did that afternoon on Tuesday. And evening dinner was at this beautiful restaurant called Nuova Osteria La Piaz. I wrote down the names just in case I forget. Next was Wednesday, May 17th. Drive to San Rufino. This was the place where St. Francis and St. Clare were baptized.
Oh.
So that's what Bobby was talking about before in her song. Let me see if I have. Not sure if this is part of San Rufino. Does anyone remember in the group this picture? Or was this part of, I
I
believe,
think that might be St. Clair's place where.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
think too.
Yes.
That's what I
That-
think too.
That was like the convent, St. Clair Convent.
Oh, convent. Oh, okay.
All right. So that was San Rufino, and this picture that you see is the refectory where St. Clare and her fellow sisters would have lunch and dinner. So Saint Rufino was the first bishop of Assisi and was martyred here in the 3rd century, and he was responsible for converting Assisi to Christianity.
Oh,
So, since we all had some time, we took a detailed tour of the Basilica of St. Francis later on that afternoon. And during that time, we had a guide. We had sent Father Dan, who showed us around, and he explained everything about those beautiful fresco paintings inside of the basilica and what each painting was about. This is a night shot of the Basilica of St. Francis.
ah, uh-huh.
And what else? This is the inside. These are the ceilings of the basilica. As you can see, all the beautiful paintings. This is
Sally, is this where he's actually buried?
Yes. In the basement is his tomb. They have his tomb in the basement. This
Did
is
you
another side view of the Basilica of St. Francis.
did you get a strong feeling from that? I mean, it seemed like it would be like Samadhi. Did you get a going down there and seeing where he was buried? Did you what was your feeling?
I went well when I went down there. I just remembered Baba. That's all I can say.
That's the best. Uh-huh.
This is another shot of the ceilings of the basilica. As you can see, the fresco paintings. Okay. So that was May 17th, Wednesday. And in the evening, we had a very fun event. We all went to visit Emily Meyer's place. She lives there in Assisi, and she was very warm. She welcomed us into her beautiful house, and that's where we also met Valeria, and she gave a talk about how she's been living there, and she told us about all her life and what she has been doing. And Valeria is another person who takes people to see Baba's cave in Assisi. So she was there. So we had a very nice time at Emily's house with everybody. And that evening, after visiting Emily and Valeria, we all went to dinner at this place called the Minestrello Pizzeria. A very unique restaurant where we could see the Roman ruins underneath. So the whole at the bottom was glass. We were sitting on top of glass. And then the next day, Thursday, May 18th, was the most awaited day of the entire week, where we all went to see Baba's cave at Eremo del Carcieri. This is the entrance to that hermitage. So as you can see, the picture of Saint Francis and the circle that's around him shows all the symbols of all the religions, the cross and the wheel from Buddhism and David's star. And can you see this picture?
Ah,
Yes.
Yes, yes, we can see.
Yes. So uh, the this was the path to the hike to Baba's cave. And Eremo del Carcieri, the literal meaning of these words means isolated places or prisons. So it was a 1 hour hike down to the cave, and this is on Mount Subasio. The Hermitage complex is 791 meters above sea level. So the drive was up the hill, going around, the winding path. So some of the pictures we have from this place, I'll show you. That's David, our tour guide, waiting for people to come down the path. And that's Emily coming out of Baba's cave, Emily Meyer. This was our entire group in front of Hotel D'Angelo, uh, right in the morning, getting ready to board the vans. And this is us in front of the cave, the whole group, Baba's cave. And this was inside the cave. So what Prakash did was he printed out pictures of all our Baba Zoom people, everybody, and he placed it in the cave, and we did arti and prayers at that time.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So you can see inside the cave is where people have put all their Baba pictures and all the little trinkets and everything. This is inside the cave. That's another shot. So that was day 4 of our week in Assisi. From the cave, after we finished visiting the cave, we all came back up, and then we drove to Rivo Torto. This is the place where St. Francis worked with the lepers, and there is that river that still flows. We saw that, and then we had that evening we had dinner at that La Teresa di Properzio. That's the place Susie has been talking about, where she had her lima beans and yeah, it was a beautiful restaurant. We were all seated outdoors on the terrace and overseeing Assisi, the valleys of Assisi. Beautiful. And then the next day, Friday, was our trip to La Verna. The drive was 1.5 hours drive from our hotel, D'Angelo. And this sanctuary is a very beautiful place. This is the importance of La Verna is it's important because in the Franciscan history and spirituality, because it is this place where Saint Francis of Assisi received the stigmata, as we all know, the visible wounds of Christ crucified. We saw the exact place where he received the stigmata. I'm going to show you that picture. We were shown that. These are some of the pictures we took in that museum at La Verna, St. Francis, and his love for animals. This is the point, the exact point where he received stigmata. So, Francis, during his last day at La Verna in 1224, he was already very tired and ill. And during this time, while he was absorbed in praying, he had a vision and received the stigmata that he carried until his death 2 years later. So this is where Saint Francis spent his last years of his life, and we got to see many caves there where he spent his time in La Verna. So yeah, so this is the point where he got the stigmata. So after that was the last day of our trip, and the next day, Saturday, we had a date to ourselves where we could go back to all these basilicas and places once again. So Prakash and I drove to Eremo del Carcieri once again, and to spend more time in Baba's cave. So we hiked down that trail by ourselves and spent more time at the cave, did Baba's prayers, and then we got back up, and that was it. And I am so grateful, so thankful that this trip happened. And one of the things I want to share is, at my job, they give me a very hard time if I were to take a week off during the school year to just for vacation. But that week, what happened was one of my students was out. She was on vacation herself. So since she was out and we're one on one with our students, I had no issues, and I could have this. I was praying to Baba all the time. Baba, if you want it, if you will it, I will come to see your cave. And my wish was granted. So I'm very thankful for that. Jai Meher Baba.
Yay, Meher Baba. Sally is a special ed teacher, teacher's aide. So, yeah, one-on-one. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sally. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Jai Baba.
It looks like Susie had something to add, maybe?
Oh, I had my hand up because, I don't know, it was, thank you, Sally. It was like a walk down memory lane, so beautifully, spoken. And I love that you wrote down all the names of all the different places because, it was good to hear those place names again and to see the wonderful photographs. And I was just, when you were showing the, photographs of the basilica, and you talked about the frescoes, and I thought, oh, they're all Giottos. So they're just very world famous frescoes, and they were just like so wonderfully rich and fantastic to see. And there were so many of them. So that it's just like, not only is our wonderful Saint Francis buried there in his crypt and his tomb, but it's like a treasure trove of art. And then I was going to raise my hand again when we got to, what was this, the place where St. Francis received the stigmata? What was that place called? Oh, anyhow, Sally knows.
La Verna.
Oh, Laverna, that's right, Laverna. And that was incredible too, with the mossy caves and everything. But also that the whole building, I guess it's a monastery there, is kind of paved with giant ceramic plaques by Della Robbia, which is, probably one of the most famous ceramicists in the world, historically. They're all like museum quality art. You could see the love and the attention that the Catholic Church put into Laverna just by having commissioned the artwork that was commissioned for that place. Very deeply valuable. It shows its value to the church. Not that, that it has to have like not monetary value, but like intrinsic value. But it was rich on different levels, and how we went to Baba's cave. That was our entire focus. That was my entire focus, to be focused on this humble little stone cave on the side of a mountain that was kind of treacherous to get to. And that of all the places in the world that Baba wanted to do that spiritual work, that was the place. That he was so connected, I guess, to St. Francis, that he picked this like very isolated spot. It was a wonderful, wonderful pilgrimage, just the walk down that trail to get to that cave. It was a very rewarding and beautiful. And I'm so happy I went, and just to be with the group and get to know the group and have that connection. So thank you, Sally, and thank you everyone who went. It was just like a wonderful, rich experience all around. And boy, did we get an education on St. Francis. I tell people, if you want to know anything about St. Francis, I'm the one to come to. So, thank you. Thanks, everybody. It's good to see all your beautiful faces. And also, I'm going to have to get off in about 10 minutes. So I'm giving you fair warning, but.
Thanks for joining, Susie. So good to see you.
I wonder if you, Susie, or anyone could remember the details about that. I know it was all night. Baba's work. Was it night? Does anybody remember that story of how I know Herbert Davy and someone.
I'm sure Prakash knows.
Yeah, sure.
I just remember that it was,
No,
yeah, Prakash, go ahead. Prakash?
no, I just wanted to say the connection here is very poor, so I just will simply listen because it may break any time. So thank you, Jai Baba.
Yeah, we could
Oh,
hear you very clearly though. Thank you.
so I just remember that it was very, very strong, that they were not supposed to look his way. They were staying by the side, but not supposed to look his way. And that when he came out, he was so wobbly that they had to hold him on both sides when they walked back. And it was very, very strong. And I think that it was hierarchical meeting, if I'm not mistaken, one of Baba's hierarchical meetings. Because another one I think was on Fallen Flu. And if you remember that Fallen Flu was in Switzerland, and Switzerland stayed neutral during the war. And I think that was Baba's work there. So I remember that Baba was so tired after that, and also that he asked Herbert David to sit there before when he went looking for the cave, and Herbert tried to hide this place by putting sticks over the entrance so no one else would come after he found that place and sat in it. That is what I remember, but there's much more.
Hello, this is Shilpa. Can I add to that? That's okay?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Jai Baba, everyone. So we actually, my cousins and I, and our families were able to go this year. We just spent, literally, it was a day trip to Assisi. So yeah, I agree. I think there was definitely the meeting of all of the spiritual, it was a spiritual meeting that was happening. Yeah. And I think too, what you had said, they were there on August 6th. And interestingly enough, when we went, we were there literally, I think August 2nd, we were in Assisi. So we felt, something very special that Baba had created for us. And then, and I think he had asked both Herbert Davy to hold him, right? Because otherwise he said he wouldn't be able to kind of keep his connection, right? To maintain the connection back to the what is it called? The earth, so to speak, our planes. But yeah, I actually have the book, Meher Baba and Assisi, if you want me to share anything from it, from that
Sure.
day.
Something, calls to your attention. Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm looking at it here. And one of the things that Baba said, because even though they went there August 6th and Herbert Davy was there many days ago, right? He was going there and meditating in the cave for, I believe, like 4 hours, if memory serves me right, pretty much per day. And Baba said that before he went there, this is from Bhav's, from Lord Meher. He said, either there'll be a storm or I shall be in. True to his word, Baba suffered from stomach pains, which made him quite restless through the night, and he rolled on the bed from one side to the other in anguish. His lover's eyes filled with tears upon seeing their beloved suffer. Baba's pain increased, and he remarked, the pain I'm in is bearing is like a mother about to give birth. The expression on Baba's face reminded them of the poignant paintings which they had seen of Jesus suffering on the cross. Some of them cried out, Baba, transfer some of your pain to us. Let us suffer for you. But only the avatar can bear such pain, which he does for the whole creation. Yet this longing from their hearts pleased him, and feeling their love eased the acuteness of his suffering. Baba's pain gradually decreased during the drive, but Quinton and Chanji became ill. During the drive, twice an accident was averted by Baba's grace. Arriving in, so this was on en route, prior to this happening. So they arrived in Pisa. And so essentially a lot of the mandali kept getting hurt. So Kaka slipped on the sidewalk and was thought to incur serious injury, but was not hurt severely. So they arrived in Assisi at 5 p.m., where they met Herbert, who had found the cave in the town of Mount Subasio. There were other caves in the hill, but Herbert had covered the particular cave with branches to recognize it again and prevent others from invading it. He had instructed to meditate in it prior to Baba's arrival for 4 hours daily and 8 hours on the day preceding Baba's arrival. After a light meal at 6:30 p.m., they left for the cave, covering quite a distance by car, ascending the remainder on foot with some difficulty. Leading the way, Herbert guided them to the spot at 7:30. The sun was setting and the birds headed towards their nest. Baba was to immediately enter the cave, but before doing so, he instructed the companions not to look at him and above all, not to touch him. Baba carried a prayer rosary of St. Francis inside with him. It was settled that Chanji and Herbert would keep night watch outside the cave and Kaka and Quinton would relieve him in the morning. Baba had ordered Kaka and Quinton to return to town to go to the Catholic Mass in the crypt of the Basilica at 7 a.m. and kiss the tomb of St. Francis before coming back to the cave by 9 o'clock. Signor Pavese was to watch over their belongings. The others were ordered not to eat. Fast was to be broken when Baba emerged from the cave. At midnight, Chanji and Herbert made tea for Baba and placed it near the cave's entrance. Next morning, Sunday, 7th of August, Kaka and Quinton went to the cave to stand watch at 10 o'clock. Chanji and Herbert went back to the hotel to rest. Near noon, Quinton heard a sound and, forgetting Baba's warning, looked toward the cave. Inside, he saw Baba facing the sun with his eyes closed and making strange sound. A wonderful vibration filled the air. Remembering Baba's order, Quinton quickly glanced away. At noon, everything was still, and at 1 o'clock, Baba clapped. Kaka and Quinton removed the branches from the front of the cave. Baba directed Kaka to go to Assisi and informed Chanji and Herbert to come at 4:30 p.m. Coming out of the cave, Baba ordered Quinton not to come near him or touch him. With Quinton trailing behind, Baba roamed about the hillside for half an hour before re-entering the cave. The summer day was quite hot and the air was still. Kaka and Chanji and Herbert came at 4:30 p.m. An hour later, according to the instructions, Quinton called out to Baba. Baba stepped out, seemed dazed as if he was unaware of his body. After a few moments, Baba stepped toward them and gestured, "How lucky you are that you're the first to speak to me after my seclusion." Then Baba called him into the cave and explained, "Spiritually, a big meeting of spiritual personages took place here, the likes of which have never been held before. It is due to the greatest upheaval that is coming for the world. It will be the greatest upheaval of all times. It was decided in this meeting that I will manifest as my original real self and speak next February. Vast changes everywhere will follow. My circle, which is already formed, will realize me. Their duties will commence in different directions, and the changes all over will cause an upheaval in the world which has never been experienced before, as the greatest spiritual revolution of all times takes place. Masters and avatars all have their own circles. The circle of the avatar is always the same type, appearing and working with him during the previous avatarhoods. They have different names in different periods, just as avatars have. When I was Jesus, for example, two played the roles of Quinton and Herbert that Herbert filled. Certain circle members have the same personality, face, figure, form, but their names are different during different avatar periods. But the circles of the perfect masters are always different. While the master's circle consists of 12 members, the avatar circle is made of 13, the extra one being his dark side. The avatar and his dark side are different personalities, but their duties and workings are the same. In the master circle, as also in the avatars, there are 4 apostles and 8 members. 3 of my apostles are now with me. Kaka, Chanji equal to Herbert and Quinton together are counted as 1 since they represent the twins. I can stop here if you want, but I thought it was really interesting that, this part particularly that Baba communicated. And what I also thought was interesting was that they did the trek at night, and I thought going in August, with the heat, and it was still very difficult, for us to go down the hill, especially once you pass the stairs and you enter the area where it says it's only for experienced people. But yeah, I don't know how they did it in the dark without
I
um,
agree, Shilpa. Yeah. It is
What
a difficult hike.
what year is that, please? What year is when he did the seclusion? When
what
Baba did.
year? What year? Oh, give
Mhm.
me 1 second. 1932.
Thank you.
Oh, right before the war.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah, and that's when he also did in Switzerland. So no, that was after the accident. Okay.
Wow. Oh, that's very profound. Thank you so much, Shilpa. We needed that. That was helpful to know about. Just thank you. Now, Eva's got a hand up. You've been waiting, Eva.
Hey, Baba. I wanted to share the Canticle of the Creatures. In my opinion, one of the most beautiful prayers ever. Most High, all-powerful, good Lord, yours are the praises, the glory, and the honor, and all blessing. To you alone, Most High, do they belong, and no human is worthy to mention your name. Praised be you, my Lord, with all your creatures, especially Sir Brother Sun, who is the day, and through whom you give us light. Ah, there it is. And he is beautiful and radiant with great splendor, and bears a likeness of you, Most High One. Praised be you, my Lord, through Sister Moon and the stars in heaven. You formed them clear and precious and beautiful. Praised be you, my Lord, through Brother Wind, and through the air, cloudy and serene, and every kind of weather, through whom you give sustenance to your creatures. Praised be you, my Lord, through Sister Water, who is very useful and humble and precious and chaste. Praised be you, my Lord, through Brother Fire, through whom you light the night, and he is beautiful and playful and robust and strong. Praised be you, my Lord, through our sister Mother Earth, who sustains and governs us, and who produces various fruit with colored flowers and herbs. Praised be you, my Lord, through those who give pardon for your love and bear infirmity and tribulations. Blessed are those who endure in peace, for by you, Most High, shall they be crowned. Praise be you, my Lord, through our sister bodily death, from whom no one living can escape. Woe to those who die in mortal sin. Blessed are those whom death will find in your most holy will, for the second death shall do them no harm. Praise and bless my Lord, and give him thanks, and serve him with great humility. Jai Baba.
Oh, thank you, Eva. Mm. Ah. Well, in this little moment where there are no hands, I do have more photos from several sources. Let's see. I'll start with Sally's. So hold on. And if this triggers some just raise your hand. Oopsie, wait a minute. I have Rosalie here. Rosalie, what do you have? or iPad. Are you? Yeah, you're Rosalie.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, I'm raised Catholic, and I think the Catholics, they certainly thought they were the religion, uh, carrying Jesus's message, and kind of the only way type of thing. And it was interesting, the present day Pope, St. Francis, in the Catholic Church, they have what they call orders. Like there's an order of Franciscans, kind of order of Jesuit. Now, Pope Francis was from the order of Jesuits, and there is a Jesuit saint that's called Francis, and he's buried off of India in Goa, off of Goa. St. Francis Xavier. So when St. Francis, present day Pope, was elected Pope, first of all, he didn't want to be Pope. He told people, the cardinals, the other cardinals, I don't want to be Pope. So they chose that one before, Benedict. Benedict couldn't handle it, and so he stepped down. So then I guess he felt, well, if they want me, it must be God's will. Anyway, but he chose Francis, the first time anyone had chosen Francis as a name as Pope. And they says, oh, you chose Francis because of St. Francis Xavier, because he was a Jesuit of that. And he says, no, I chose Francis because of St. Francis of Assisi. It's just so not coincidental of just like the force of Baba's manifestation, that even that would come about. It's like a first at a very difficult time, and when Baba's manifesting. And I remember him coming out because a puff of smoke comes up and they've made their selection, and he came out, and I was just checking in as an ex-Catholic, and he was wearing a wooden cross, not all the gold stuff or whatever. And it brought me to tears about that. And that's why he chose that name, because of St. Francis. Because in St. Francis, St. Francis of Assisi had to go to Rome so he could do what he wanted to do, to build this church. And I think even in the movie Brother, Sun, Sister, Moon, it shows almost like the Pope bowing down to him, like he realized that, he was in this holy presence. Anyway, as being raised in that arena, and then I'm so happy Baba doesn't want churches. It just thrills me to no end, because, and also doesn't want priests. We don't need priests this time that Baba's full force now, first 100 years manifesting. You don't need a priest to tell you, however, so very precious time to get your inner contact, that heart contact with beloved Baba. Anyway, Jai Baba.
Oh, thank you, Rosalie. That was lovely. Okay, now I do have anybody else? I have more photos, lots more photos to share. And so
what about Seppi? Seppi, you're not sharing?
What about
Seppi,
Diane? Yeah, Diane, Terry,
yeah,
and
Diane, Seppi, yeah.
I'm not so great at doing. I haven't sent the photos to Betty, or you might have Terry and our photos because they're all the same. Do you, Betty? Did Diane send you photos from us?
I know I have so many photos, but not from.
I can share a little story, and also there was a reading here. I don't know whether that was covered before, but it's only a short bit. where Baba was saying that while he was in the cave. Did you want me to share that? I've got that written
Yes,
here.
yes.
He as she said, he arrived at 5th or 6th. They reached the cave at 7:30, and Baba stayed in seclusion there till 5:30 the next day when he completed his seclusion work. He said that spiritually, a big meeting of spiritual personages took place there, the likes of which has never before been held. It's due to the greatest upheaval that is coming for the world. It'll be the greatest upheaval of all times, and the changes all over will cause an upheaval in the world which has never before been experienced, as the greatest spiritual revolution of all times takes place. I'd heard also, it's not written here, that he did all his work for the next 2,000 years for the world. What I wanted to share, and there's a little bit more there, but we can always read that, was just a little personal thing, and I have it in my hand. I can send those photos, I think, to Betty. But obviously, we went with Valeria, and we didn't know, we arrived in Assisi quite late at night. It was pouring with rain. It rained a lot while we were there. We were there for 3 or 4 days, 3 nights and 4 days, I think. And unbeknownst to us, St. Francis, I was thinking of that when Rosalie was speaking, St. Francis was having a big, huge symposium and meeting in Assisi at that time. And it was quite interesting to us because we felt there was, with Valeria, who was just amazing, showing us around, that there was like the feminine with Baba there, and then all, because we kept seeing fathers and brothers walking through the streets. So it was, I think, no accident that we were there at the same time with the divine feminine, hopefully coming through us from Baba. But when we went to the cave, it'd been raining a lot, so it was very slippy, but Valeria's like a little mountain goat at 80, whatever she is. She's amazing. But we all got there okay. And Baba seemed to stop the rain for the time that we went there. And we went inside the cave and we did our prayers, and it was very moving. And I asked Valeria if it was okay, would it be okay if I took a little pebble or a rock? And she said, yeah, that's fine. And, or did she think it was okay? And then I was asking Baba which one, and he directed me to this one, which I'm holding here. Which looked very different to all the others. And then I wasn't sure, was I choosing that? Had somebody left that behind? What was I to do? But he just said, take it. And then I took another one from my friend, our friend Sonoba. But it was later on, looking at this rock, not really knowing whether it was the right one. I have now seen, there's pictures of Baba in it, about 3 or 4. I can see Narina in it, which I know Rosalie will be pleased to hear. I can see the white horse in it. I mean, it's this little thing has got all these different ones. And I think I feel quite close to Narina, so that's interesting that she came up on my pebble, and loads of Baba. So what a sacred gift, and it's helped me through so many things, and brings me right back to that amazing. I don't know whether I can send you the pictures. This is, you can make, I don't know whether you can see Baba. Oh, it's very difficult because it's fuzzy.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
And then the white horse above him.
Oh.
Horse? No, I can't see the white horse.
No,
yeah. I see the white.
I mean, I didn't see
with
these
his feet right on top of Baba.
That's right, a big white horse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
And then if I turn it around to, there's 2 different, actually, if I turn him upside down, he looks like one of the Muppets, but there, I don't know whether you can see Baba there again.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful.
And this is where I think that's Narina with her beret.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Nice, very nice.
I mean, maybe more will be revealed to me at different times. Oh, and if I turn Baba upside down, he looks like Baba as a Muppet.
I still see Baba upside down.
What's unusual?
Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
It was, then I went, oh, Baba, I just shouldn't argue with you. I should just listen to you and believe you. Because maybe I didn't feel worthy. I wasn't meant to take it or something. I don't know. And then I knew when I saw all those that I should just listen to him straight away and not argue, not sort of question what he's telling me. So it was just the experience there was just amazing, unbelievable. I was quite moved later on when we went for coffee. It was just the thought of him doing that intense and unbelievable work for all of us for 2,000 years ahead in that little simple little cave. So that was what I wanted to share with you, my sacred pebble.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, Mikhail, for for calling on Seppi.
Yeah, she was vibrating. I could feel her vibration. Now
she's my
Diane
PR lady.
and Terry.
What?
Now I see Diane and Terry have kicked in also.
Because I had a hand up for a while. Shall we hear Kartik? Are you there?
Sorry, who are you talking to?
So Kartik
Hi,
is
hi. Can you hear me?
yes.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that I'm so glad that I don't know if it was Sally, but whoever conceived of this is a beautiful idea. It not only gave me a ringside view of the trip, but it's personally important as well because I was hoping to be on that trip with Sally, Prakash, and the crew, and I missed out literally at the last minute. So this was special, and it was so full of Baba, this call, listening to all of you and connecting back. I've been on a Baba Zoom vacation for the last 3 weeks. I've been traveling like crazy. So glad to be back on Baba Zoom, and good to see you, Mikal, Eva, and we'll be back in action next week. Jai Baba, love you all.
Jai Baba.
I think this was Betty's idea.
Oh, it was Angela.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Sally.
I have to say, we pulled it together in 3 days. I couldn't believe that because I'm procrastinate. Thank you, Sally, for just picking it up and making it happen.
Well, Diane and Terry are here, but Shilpa has her hand up too.
They can go first. I just wanted to share and ask, I'll wait till they're done. No problem.
What do you say, Diane or Terry?
Yeah, go ahead.
We were with Seppi, so mostly what she said is our experience too. We had the most remarkable time, and there was something also about being with a group of Baba lovers that were just totally in love with Baba. Doing this work together was just, I'm talking about it and my skin is just all goosebumps. I don't know that I'll ever forget it. My experiences with Valeria and Seppi and Diane and Priya were just remarkable. And I'm saying something that has nothing to do with this, but I have to say it out loud. Seppi, darling, Priya just called, and I think we're going to be careful, but I think that she's going to come to Portugal with us.
So Baba has
very remarkable ways of telling us that he's always with us. He's always holding our hand. He doesn't take away pain and suffering, but he holds our hand and helps us get through it. And that just is amazing. And I don't know about you other Baba people, you didn't mention it. And I missed a little of Seppi's, but we got to Baba's cave with mud. Did you talk about that? Mud and slipping and sliding. I don't know if you all had that, and rain. And we still got there safely. And 4 out of the 5 of us were 70 and over. So it was just very, very, Baba got us there. So I'm talking from the spirit place versus the Assisi place, but it was just.
So I also tell this story that I've been to many places that Baba has been to, mainly because Seppi has been our tour guide with that, and Baba is our travel advisor. And I know lots of people have said that they feel things when they get to places. And there's a Yiddish word called bubkis, which means nothing. I never feel anything. I try. And so we get to the cave and there's the 5 of us. And we can all fit neatly in there. And I'm saying, Baba, please, I'm open. My heart is open. Let me feel you here. And I'm not feeling anything. But we are all there having an incredible time. And we did the beloved God prayer. And when we did the Sri Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jays, the acoustics in that space with the 5 of us chilled my body from my head to my toes, and I began crying, and I felt everything. So it has a really special place in my heart. And we are off to Portugal because Baba sailed by this area in Portugal. So may I feel what I'm supposed to feel? Baba.
Hey, Baba.
Oh, wonderful. Thanks.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you. Have a wonderful trip. Another wonderful round with your group.
Come back and tell us about it.
Yeah, and I totally agree with Terry when she said the hike down was not easy by any means. It was, when we were there too, it was raining on and off and it was very slippery. So going down was very challenging. So everybody needed help and we were
I
doing
saw
it
that
very
you had
slowly.
sticks.
Yes, we had
We
sticks
did
and
too.
yeah, so we had to go down very slow and keep ourselves steady because it was indeed very slippery. But thankfully, everybody went down and came back up safe. There were no injuries, and Baba took care of us all. So that was the best part. Jai Baba.
So I wanted to actually add to that. One was I loved the rock, Seppi, with the pictures. And I don't know if anybody else was able to see, but there were actually a very small image of Baba in the rock in the cave itself. And there was another one that we saw. And it was very special. I actually took a picture and I'm trying to find it. But, it was just absolutely, like, it was just so wonderful. And I agree, rain or not, we had the age range was 14-month-old, I think up till like some of us, were in our mid-40s. But at the same time, we had I guess we were somewhat prepared, but not really, so we had my 4-year-old nephew slipping off to the sides with his mom holding his hand. And it was an adventure nonetheless, but it was also the most beautiful thing. And I don't know if anybody else was able to see, but there were the most beautiful yellow butterflies going down and all over the place. So it was indeed very special to us as well. But yes, going there was exciting. And we said, what did we didn't know that this is how it was going to be like. We didn't know what we were signing up for, but Baba took care of us.
What time of the year was it?
August, couple months ago, actually. Not even.
We were September, end of September, October. So
yeah, it was hot though. It was super hot. But I think there's no easy way to get to Baba, right? But it's all worth it.
If you find the picture, we'd love to see that. I would certainly.
Didn't you say August, Shilpa, that you were there in August, right around when Baba?
Yeah, well, it was literally, I think he went August 6th into 7th, and we were there 2nd. Wonderful.
Beautiful. Oh, so
I'm going to see if I can share the pictures.
May I add something about the going to the cave? Just something.
Okay, Shilpa, are you going to share later? Shilpa, were you going to share now or later?
She's looking for it, so Bobby can share.
You guys continue. I'll add it to the plate.
Great,
Bob. As it turned out, we had a rainy week, but Thursday, the day we went, it didn't rain, but it was very slippery, but at least it didn't rain. And one of the guardian angels, I have a phobia of heights, and one of my guardian angels who helped me to get down there is right here, Kim. Now, I'll be forever grateful to you, a couple other people with strong arms and courage. You know, I was like holding on like this, very scared. But one thing I wanted to say is that it was Precaution Sally were like dead centered on going. I think it was the next day or a day after. I tell you, it was raining, and I was just praying for you guys. I was hoping you'd come back. It's like I couldn't believe you were going back, and you went on a rainy day. So I'm glad that you're here. And
You know, we could do that. You know, we didn't know whether you were coming lunchtime or dinner time.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, Baba took care of us. Like Diane says, he's the tour guide. He plans for everything. He takes us everywhere, brings us back safely. So, Jai Baba, thank you, Baba.
Well, Shilpa, did you find photos?
I did, but it says I do not have permission to share, and the admin has restricted it. Sorry.
I'll fix
No.
that. I'll make
Okay.
you a co-host. That's what I need to do.
Oh, okay. Thank
Betty, can you put your email, please, in the chat? Because I can't find it, although I've emailed you before.
Okay, let me see.
I'll just
Why?
send you a couple of pictures.
I don't know why I'm not able to make.
I made her co-host, Betty. Yes.
Oh, okay, so Shilpa, you'll be able to share now.
But your window is closed, Shilpa.
You need to, yeah.
You need to reveal yourself. Hi, yeah.
I'm trying to do this from my phone, so it's a little tough. So I'm trying to go, you know, because sometimes it drains the battery. So I'm trying to go off of video and share at the same time. Bear with me. You guys keep talking. I'll share.
You want to, you can send to me, email if that's easier. I can show.
What's your email?
Yeah, I've got it there.
Oh.
Baba Lemons is
What is it?
Baba Lemons. It's in the chat. Baba Lemons.
Oh, okay.
gmail.com. Kim has something to add. I've got your pictures, Kim, if you'd like me to show while you talk, if you want me to. Are you, let's see. I'm not hearing you, Kim. Are you? Yeah. Are you? Let's see. You're not muted. Let's see if you can say something, Kim. No. Oh, what's going on?
Check your volume on your device, Kim. Because you're not muted. We should be able to hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
Yes. Pause, hello. Okay, sorry about that. I'm not very Zoom efficient. Anyways, I just wanted to say, like everybody else, I just had such an amazing time. I went in May with Sally and Prakash and Bobby, and I get just overwhelmed when I speak about it because it was one of the best trips I've ever had in my whole entire life. So I arrived in Rome and then I traveled by myself, and I've been pretty much isolated up until for the last 6-7 years. So this trip was just like not only a Baba Sahavas, but just able to connect with Baba lovers, and then also learn about St. Clare, St. Francis. St. Clare has been one of my favorite saints for a very, very long time. So I was thrilled to find out that we had, so many things to do with St. Clare. Like right off the bat, we went to the Damiano Church. Is that what it's called? St. Damiano? anyways, and Saint Chiara, the Basilica of Saint Chiara. One of my favorite places was that. And in fact, I mean, I feel like everything was just, I got a little tidbits of everything. So I want to go back and experience a little bit more. And I might get the opportunity to do so. But anyways, I shared some pictures with Betty. Thank you for getting back to me. I don't know if you can,
Yeah. Right now, let's
I
see.
only did about 5 just because I thought I just, and then some of them were, oh, so I was going to say, so, oh gosh, the food was amazing, right? You have to mention the food, the love, the Baba lovers. It was a Sahavas, and like for so many, on so many levels. Here, I told you I'd been like so isolated. So here I meet with all of our Baba lover friends. So that was the Sahavas, like so isolated. So here I meet with all of our Baba lover friends.
All 5 of your pictures.
Oh yeah. So after everybody left, a group from Mehrabad, Hyderabad, and I think Pune came the next day. And I was getting a little sick here, but it was so nice because we did the arti and a whole nother Sahavas.
Yeah, the devotion in that picture is just beautiful.
Oh yeah. Somebody said that they just started crying. It was so overwhelming. All 3, like Emily, I just felt so honored to be there because I didn't really know that this group was coming in. And interestingly enough, I was supposed to help, like, like Bobby, like help people come down, and I got lost. I got dropped off there, and I just wanted to go to Baba's cave and then come right back up. And I got lost. And so everybody came down, and that's how I realized how to get back out. I had never been there by myself. But anyways, it was very, very touching. We stayed there for a very long time and did arti. We sang songs, and it was quite wonderful.
Let me see now. I think I can. I don't know why I'm kind of stuck on this picture. Let's see. I can't. Oh, Baba, help me here. I don't know why it's not letting me move. Oh, here we go. Here we go,
And
Baba.
I should have known these people's names. Is there anybody on this call that was in this group?
Whoops. Why am I not? Oh.
Can you hear me?
Maybe not, Kim. I don't
see
anyone.
I thought I saw some people that might have been on. Oh well. But anyways, that was it was touching, and I got to take pictures with lots of them, and they shared videos. So anyways, that was wonderful. And then,
oh dear. Okay, now
if you can't find them, Betty.
Oh, they were nice. I'd like to try.
I think some of them were actually doubled up, since Sally shared a lot of the pictures. Oh, I just love San Damiano. I want to go back. And oh yeah, there's a good picture.
This is Valeria now. I think it's the one picture I have of Valeria. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful soul. Let's see now if I can.
It was just so well organized and so well planned, like everybody had said before. Yeah, these are not my pictures, but yeah, what look at that view.
Yes. Yeah.
Sally and Prakash.
Terrazio del Proporzio.
Beautiful
Terrace Garden.
Thank you for writing down all the names, Sally, because I did not do any of that. Oh yeah, great picture.
I asked, I said, oh, you must have gone to this place twice. No, Bobby said, no, we were there from the afternoon here until evening. The restaurants were obviously a big.
It was so cold. I didn't want to be out there. You guys had such courage. It was in May, so we went out and it was very, very cold. And then in August, I guess it was very, very hot. So
Bobby took this beautiful picture of this nighttime street of Assisi. Yeah.
Beautiful. Very beautiful.
Well, anyways, there's Susie. Is Susie already off the screen? Well, hello to everybody. I had such a wonderful trip, and I couldn't wait to see you guys again. And
thanks for joining in, Kim. Thank you.
Kim, I'm still gonna try to show pictures.
Oh, that's a beautiful.
That's a
All right,
beautiful.
so I'm going to mute myself, but thank you guys.
All
Jai
right.
Baba, Kim. Jai
Okay.
Baba.
Thank you for your share.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's near the cave, yeah, outside
Beautiful
Baba's
photos.
cave.
Yeah.
There, that's Mary. This is Mary. This is Mary, Jean, and Phil.
Uh-huh.
Mary Weiss came all the way from
Hawaii.
Hawaii, yes.
And here, this man, Bobby says has a vegan restaurant in Scotland. What was his name?
Neaksh. Neaksh.
Neaksh.
Neaksh. Yeah. He works in that vegan restaurant in Scotland.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he owned it. Okay, but anyway, so let's see. And this is who's this?
This is Nina from Germany. She's a physician. So Kim and Nina and Neaksh were the troopers. They were the ones helping everybody on that trail going down to Baba's cave. And thanks to them for helping everybody. Yes.
That's why I think it's so funny and ironic that I got lost the next day and I was supposed to help out the next group coming in. And every time I tried to get myself out, I would end up at Baba's cave again. I almost started crying because I was exhausted and I was getting sick. And thankfully I heard the whole group coming down the mountain. So I knew I was going to get saved, but I was like, oh my God, I didn't get confused with the time or whatever. So anyways.
And this is Bobby and Emily. That's the entrance to the
Baba's cave. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I think we're done with these now. Is that right? Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Bobby and Emily.
Very beautiful.
Okay. Now.
Emily has since moved out of Assisi to the countryside, I heard.
Oh.
And she's a citizen there now, so she'll be living there permanently. That's what I've heard, yeah.
It's a beautiful share, and there's the energy. I always think that the person that we're talking about, the is the one that is giving the energy. So Baba and Sis and Saint Francis are giving this bubbly joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now I think Kim, I got your. Oh, this is so beautiful. Here, let me just show Kim's. Kim of everybody who sent pictures. You just said you did. It was easy to share your pictures. Let's see. Are we there now? I hope so. It's a beautiful picture. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, what is the name of this cathedral?
Basilica of Saint Francis. This is Saint Francis's Basilica.
Oh, this is the main
one. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, no wonder. It seems iconic. So many people took beautiful pictures here.
So it has the upper basilica on the second floor, and then the basilica on the first floor, and then in the basement it is Saint Francis's tomb.
Wow.
It is just so huge, very beautiful.
I wonder if Baba's Samadhi will one day be like that. A little tiny tomb inside a great big church. Oh, we'll see. Oh, and then here is Kim's picture of the cave.
Yep.
Oh, now this one I turned it over. So okay, here's this beautiful, I love this picture. And then,
this was our dinner. Yeah.
Well, there's David at the end.
Yeah. I think this was our farewell dinner on the last day.
Wow. Okay. And now I didn't know, Kim, is there a story behind this one? I didn't know where this was.
Yeah. Which church was that, Sally?
Yeah, this was the poor man's church, remember? This was one of those churches where everybody could go at any time of the day, and we all did Baba's prayer and sang the Aarti here.
Right.
Yeah, this was one of the very very humble churches of Assisi. And like David said, it was called the poor man's church.
This was a special experience because we were all doing arti and chanting.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, the 7 names of God, I think we did.
Yes, yes, you're right, Kim. Yes, we started with the 7 names of God, and yeah, and beautiful. Every church was very special in its own way in Assisi. Every building was very special.
It's wonderful that they had a humble church with all the, in the middle of, with all the beautiful artwork. I mean, as well, nice to have the poor man's church. Oh, and here's everybody. This is the great photo.
Yeah, yep.
We had so much fun.
Prakash must have taken this, Sally. He's the only one missing here.
I believe so. Yeah.
And Sweeta wasn't in that picture. Deborah Tyler, she sends her love. She's working today, but
Okay.
she was. I see.
Oh,
that
and Pamela Butler says hello and wishes to convey her love for St. Francis. I invited her on this call, but she couldn't make it.
This lady at the very end is Jean's cousin who came for 4 days to meet Jean. So and she spent time with all of us, and she got to learn about our experiences and all about St. Francis.
Now, Jean who? Which one is Jean?
Jean is this Jean Ludwig and Phil Ludwig.
Oh, nice. Oh, so she just invited her cousin along. That's wonderful.
Her cousin lives somewhere in Europe, not sure which country, but she came down to just visit Jean, meet up with her. So
That's super.
this is Armel. This is Armel from France.
Here.
And this is Kama from India, Chennai, and this is Bobby, Susie from Massachusetts, and this is Anne Ross.
Yes, you. That's Sally first.
And then
yeah. And Mary Weiss.
Mary Weiss from Hawaii. Yeah.
And
yeah.
Cousin.
I forget her name. Do you remember, Kim? I don't remember her name.
I think her name's Carol.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carol,
Okay.
Carol.
Yes.
And
Nice.
here's Kim. Oh. Yay. Okay. Oh, there was
That's beautiful.
Yeah. One more photo I wanted to show. Oops, did I get it right? No. Oh, well, I found a beautiful song that I thought maybe might be a good way to end the meeting. Unless anybody, do we have more hands, more sharing?
I think there's a song by Bob Brown. No,
I know that.
San Francis. Wow, that's too.
There it is. It's a beautiful song. I couldn't find it. Oh,
I have a prayer from St. Francis, a very short one.
Beautiful. Oh,
if you'd like that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let me just show this one last group photo since I found it, if that's okay.
Did you get my photos, Betty?
I haven't looked. So,
oh, they're in your email. Okay.
Okay, I can do that. Whoops. Where's? Oh, okay. Kim, this is one last photo from you. There. Okay.
That's a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But can you see Seppi's photos?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, let me just get there. Okay, so then we'll definitely have the prayer, Seppi. Where are the photos? Let me see them. Gmail. I just have to show this one more time. This I call it iconic photo of Basilica of St. Francis. It's just I bet many photos are taken here. It's stunning. So anyway, this is part of Sally's bunch of photos. Beautiful.
And Shilpa's photos did not come through.
Seppi's, I'm gonna do that right now.
Shilpa's photos did not come through.
Oh, I'm not at let me find my email.
I was hoping to see the one she took of Baba in the cave in the rocks. Would be lovely.
Let's see. Seppi and Shilpa both. Okay, let's okay, here are Shilpa's. Oh, now Shilpa, are you there?
No, she left.
She left. Oh, okay. I think she was telling us there was a Baba face in the rock, right? Let's see. Ah, wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Ah. Hmm.
We can't see it.
Oh, you can't see it?
No, we can't see it.
Oh, because I didn't share it. I'm sorry. Duh. All right, that would help.
You're teasing us because you keep going, oh, wonderful.
I'm seeing it. Now you see it. Now you see it. All right.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay. She's oh sweet.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Shilpa and her husband.
Here's Baba, no? Between them is Baba? Sitting there between them on the rock?
No, that's not.
Well, you mean you with his hand? Oh, you could. You mean
No,
you're
sitting.
Sitting.
Right there. Yeah.
there, sitting. Wow.
Is that Baba? Is that what she meant?
I think she sent something with a much.
Oh, on top of her head is also a face.
Yeah.
A big one.
I
On top of her head.
Uh-huh.
It all depends on how the viewer sees it, you know, different angles. You can see Baba's
I see like the profile of his side of his face,
yeah.
and then his nose
Lowman.
comes around her back. You know, his eyebrow. It's like a rock.
Uh-huh.
Okay, go maybe another photo of hers.
No, this is the one I'm not sure what I'm looking at here, but it was important to her. Obviously, she sent it, you know, in line.
Look at the one before that. The one before that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I see it to the right there with Baba's head. It's like in the middle to the right. I mean, almost.
It's the bottom left.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of looks like a teddy bear almost.
Let's try.
Okay. The one look. So this, you see this? Where
Yeah.
like praying, you know? It's like someone praying.
Oh, yes, right. Here you're talking about.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
St. Francis. Huh.
Yeah, it looks
That's
like
right in there.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah.
I see him in at least 3 places.
Okay. So.
Okay. These are Shilpa's photos.
Yeah, okay.
Now let's go to Seppi's photo. Let me see here.
Mine are just the emotion, to show you the emotion really of what we all felt coming out.
That's good.
The hug. I remember the hug. Yeah.
Oh, and here's okay, Seppi, this is your, okay, wait a minute. This is your rock.
Well, I can see Baba here on this Zoom, right there where Pam is. In the profile of Baba.
Okay, there. This is.
Oh, that's the stone. That's beautiful.
That's
the
stone.
horse. That's the horse on top of Baba.
The horse, right? The horse.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Really beautiful.
All right, and here we go. Oh, Miss Baba, yeah.
Yeah, here's Baba with a white sadra.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. And on the left side, there's another someone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Norina.
I've been that's going to be revealed to me. I think I can see it. It looks like a woman with her hands going.
Yeah, it's a woman. Yeah, it's a woman.
Might be Mira pointing towards him.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now let's do Baba's cave. Oh, is that beautiful?
Yeah, there is a
Oh my
Diane,
goodness.
Terry, Seppi, and Valeria. That's a beautiful.
I look like the cat that got the cream.
Yeah, yeah, you do. And you're also beautiful here.
Now,
Oh,
wait,
but
did Priya take this picture?
yeah, because she's
Yeah, I
not
think,
yeah.
yeah, we've got a few.
Oh, so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Look at
There's Priya.
Tiny.
There's Priya.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, you're the cat that swallowed the canary, Terry. So, oh, what joy there. Oh, so sweet.
Oh, Baba, this is so precious.
Oh, that was wonderful.
Precious, very precious.
Seppi took this one.
I
But
did.
Priya left,
I did.
Yeah, this is so precious. Wow.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
The energy comes out right now.
It does. It does. Oh my.
Wow.
Oh.
This embrace comes into the heart. Wow.
Very beautiful.
Very
Yeah.
beautiful.
Wow. Amazing.
Well, Seppi, do you have a prayer?
Oh yeah, sure.
No more pictures? No.
No, I just sent a few because
Okay.
I didn't want to overwhelm. I wasn't sure. I should have done it before, but it's been very hectic here.
Okay.
But it's wonderful seeing other people's pictures too. I love that. Did you want me just to do it now, or did you want to do just a very short prayer?
Oh, okay. Do it now. Then maybe I'll play that song.
Okay. It's love poems from God, but it's Francis of Assisi, St. Francis. It's one of my most favorite personal. It has a personal meaning for me in particular. In a vision, I asked for the most intimate experience with the Christ. No one would believe what happened in a vision more true than this world. The sacred chord pulsated light throughout the universe as I nursed my own Lord at my breasts.
Oh my. Can you say that again?
Sure. In a vision, I asked for the most intimate experience with the Christ. No one would believe what happened in a vision more true than this world. The sacred chord pulsated light throughout the universe as I nursed my own Lord at my breasts.
Oh,
precious.
Oh my goodness.
Betty, maybe Sally could sing the prayer of St. Francis. She did it at Artie and it was so beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sally.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I this was the one of his songs, right? St. Francis's poems, I believe.
It was his prayer.
Betty,
Prayer.
Yes.
excuse me. I
Yeah.
just wanted to know, did anybody else have computer issues? Because I got disconnected and I'm having trouble getting back in. I thought maybe that happened to a few people.
No. No, Betty.
No?
No.
Oh, well. And when you were looking at the cave with all the pictures of the Baba, Baba pictures. So do you take those pictures or you left them?
People sent me them. They took the pictures. They sent them to me.
No, she means
No, but the pictures of Baba.
If they stay in the, she's asking if they stay there.
They stay there. They've left them there. Yes.
Yeah, I can't believe you're allowed to do that. So how wonderful is that? Okay. All right. So that was my question that I was going to ask, and then I got disconnected. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Oh, I'll listen.
So Sally, you gonna sing?
Yeah, Jai Baba.
Thank you. So thanks for asking, Margie. That's a perfect way to end it.
Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring your love. Where there is injury, your pardon, Lord. And where there is doubt, true faith in you. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is despair in life, let me bring hope. Where there is darkness, only light. And where there is sadness, ever joy. Oh, Master, grant that I may never see so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. It is in giving to all men that we receive, and in dying that we're born to eternal life. O Master, grant that I may never seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is despair in life, let me bring hope. Where there is darkness, only light. And where there is sadness, ever joy. Avtar Meher Baba ki jai.
Oh, Baba. Oh, Baba.
Thank you. Beautiful again.
Very sweet. Very, very sweet.
Can we say beloved God prayer together?
Weren't you going to share a song, Betty?
Well, I can. That song to me is, I can share it. It's beautiful. Yeah. Oh, that was, yeah, I'll share it. It'll take me a minute. I have to find it. Let's see. Oh, that was just wonderful. All right, take it. This has been a beautiful time with St. Francis. What love he still carries.
It makes me want to go there, but I have to be lifted in and out by a helicopter. I got to see myself being dropped in.
Sally, that was just exquisite. It was beautiful.
Has anybody been to Sai Baba's cave?
Sai Baba's cave? Oh,
yes. Yes.
I remember all the trip climbing up into there, and then everybody wanted to leave in a minute, and I just wanted to stay inside. You know, it's like, but I had to go because I'm going to stay inside Baba's cave by myself, right? I mean, I could have, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. And I bumped my head going out. So you never forget those things, you know. It stays with you forever. Yeah.
It's like it's Baba's blessing to you.
Yeah.
I got a picture of
getting
it at the
bumped.
cave.
Yeah.
It had all these things hung up all over the walls, these you know, things. It was like, whoa. I just wanted to meditate in there.
the sun, the bringer of day. He carries the light of the Lord in his rays, the moon and the stars who light up the way unto your throne. The heavens are telling the glory of God, and all creation is shouting for joy. Come dance in the forest, come play in the field, and sing, sing the glory of the Lord.
Praise for the wind that blows through the trees, the sea's mighty storms, the gentlest breeze. They blow where they will, they blow where they please, to please the Lord.
The heavens are telling the glory of God, and all creation is shouting for joy. Come dance in the forest, come play in the field, and sing, sing the glory of the Lord. Praise for the rain that waters our fields and blesses our crops, so all the earth yields. From death unto life, her mystery revealed, springs forth in joy. The heavens are telling the glory of God, and all creation is shouting for joy. Come dance in the forest, come play in the field, and sing, sing the glory of the Lord. Praise for the earth who makes life to grow, the creatures you made to let your life show, the flowers and trees that help us to know the heart of love. The heavens are telling the glory of God, and all creation is shouting for joy. Come dance in the forest, come play in the field, and sing, sing the glory of the Lord. Sing, sing to the glory of the Lord.
Wow.
Such
Can you
a
put the link in the,
Yeah, I'll put the link in.
That was
that's
beautiful.
fabulous, yeah. You want to send it to a lot of people.
Well, his day is coming up.
What is the exact day of it? Is his
Well,
birthday?
he passed away on the 3rd. They don't have a birth date.
The
He
3rd
passed
of,
Rosalie said midnight on the 3rd, and they celebrate, the Catholic Church celebrates on the 4th.
October 3rd, yeah.
But the day he passed was 3rd at maybe late, like midnight. I don't know about that, how late, but it was.
That's my best friend's birthday.
Thank you so much, Betty and everyone. I got to get off now. So, Jay, Baba, much love.
Thank you.
See you in December. Yeah.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Betty. Thank you. Thank you.
Good seeing you all.
Bob.
Seeing
Thank
all
you.
of you. Yeah.
Didn't we need that?
everyone.
We needed St. Francis just now.
That was wonderful. Everybody, that was wonderful. And that song, Betty, if you could send it out, that would be great.
It's there now. The link is there in the chat.
I know, but I lost the connection.
Okay, I'll send it to
Thank you. Thank you all. Bye.
Jai Baba.
All right, Jai Baba. Avatar Mer Baba Ki Jai. Avatar Mer Baba Ki Jai. Avatar Mer Baba Ki Jai.
Jai Baba.
Here's to